Alright guys, it has been way too long since I've made a video. A little noisy outside today. There's a plane going by and some cars and stuff. But Thanksgiving Day, couldn't be with my family. My parents got COVID. They're doing okay, but you know, still stinks couldn't meet with them. So me and my wife been hanging out, went over and actually hung out with my pastor and his wife. Really cool people. But got a mod and I'm gonna do it today hopefully. And excuse my hands, I've been painting some stuff. So if you notice on the box here, TRD, I've already got it popped open. I'm gonna do something kind of crazy. There's nothing super functional about this mod. It's just something I've been wanting to do for a while. Let's see here, it's a little awkward one-handed. That out of the way. Uh-oh, it's getting windy out here too. Alright. Don't want to litter. Try to edit some of this garbage out of here. So, this is a TRD shift knob, but it's actually not for a Tacoma, it's for a 4Runner. So I'm actually going to do a little bit of modding to make this fit. I think it's going to be pretty sick. It's going to be a little bigger and taller. I'm excited, so let's get to it. Alright guys, so I don't know if I'm going to use the little section that I shot or not unboxing this thing, but I have here a TRD shifter from a 4Runner, and I just think it's going to look amazing inside the Tacoma. But there's going to be a few things I'm going to have to do to make that work. Okay, now first obviously you're going to have to remove all of this. You just pop this little collar down, and I'm hoping that I've got the camera set where you can see it good. I'm actually using a tripod today. My wife has got this really cool tripod she got, or I got her, I can't remember. She probably bought it herself, but bought a really nice one because she's done quite a bit of photography now, actually, with a girl in our church, really good friend of ours, and really cool. Anyway, if you see my nasty fingers, I've been painting some stuff, which I'll show you later in the video, but that's what I've got. I'm messy, so I've got paint all over. So you just pop that down, unscrew the knob, and then you're going to have to take out this whole piece here. So you're going to pop up the center console, and hopefully that won't block much of the camera. Now I've got a little tray in here where I keep all my junk, and get that out of the way. So you're going to start inside here. Well, you can't see if my arm's in the way. Let's see if we can get the camera. Alright, behind this door here, you're just going to pop this out of the way. Okay, so you just pretty much lift up, just find a good spot to start lifting up on it and popping it out. Okay, it's gonna sound so much worse than it actually is. I think this will also be a good opportunity to clean some stuff. You know, I'm gonna take this thing completely out. I'm gonna clean it really good. So now once you get to this point, this boot is really tough to get off. I've already disconnected the lights inside the shifter here. I took this apart yesterday just to kind of look at it, and I forgot to plug this back up. So otherwise, you pop this up, you've just got a little connection up by the shifter. That's for the lights. That lights up for park, neutral, reverse drive, you know. So anyway, I'm gonna slide. Okay, so the e-brake boot, I just kind of had to, you know, grab it and pull it out of there. So now we've got this piece, and what we're gonna do is push. I'm hoping this is all showing up good. I'm just pushing the shift boot down. Okay, and that reveals the little collar. Okay, it's just held in by a zip tie. All right, super simple. I've taken it out once before to paint it and replaced the zip tie. So now we shouldn't need the little shifter boot. I'm gonna let this rest here. Hopefully it won't scar anything up. We shouldn't need the little boot. I mean, you really won't, or the little collar rather that clips onto the shifter, because the new shifter doesn't have that. So I'm just using some little side cutters here. I'm trying to get in here and get this thing cut without, I put it on so tight, trying to get this thing cut without damaging the boot, because I don't want to mess the boot up. And I'm just using my GoPro today. My wife's got this big like microphone that's like super good for her camera, for a big Nikon. A lot of times I use it, so I'm hoping the audio is not too bad. There we go. All right, so that's got that free. So now we'll flip this back around. So all we got to do is pop this out, and actually I think we're just, let's see, hopefully this will show up. I am just getting this thing all over the place, guys. Here we go. So this just pops out. So now that little collar that clips onto the original shift boot's free, and we got the shift boot totally free. Okay, so I really don't know if this thing's gonna fit or not. I don't know if I'm gonna have to do some kind of further modifications to make it all work. But first and foremost, I know they're the same thread size and thread pitch and everything, like all the Toyotas for the last some years. This is all the same, just the height could be different. But anyway, I'm just gonna put that on just to ensure that it actually does. Yeah, and it's tightening up, so that's fine, that fits. The big thing now is to make sure that once this thing is snug, it'll fit inside the, I don't know if you'd call that maybe the gate, the shift gate, I guess you might could call it. So let's see here, I'm gonna try to get this e-brake boot kind of fished back through here. I probably could have just left that on, but I don't know, it just seemed like it was easier to me to just take it completely off. Plus it's pretty nasty. I'd like to clean this thing really good while it's off. I might do that, I don't know. Alright, so I'm just gonna start fishing this stuff back on here. I'll take time at some point to get the shift boot. Oops. There we go. Okay. So now what may have to happen, see if that'll screw down, that's gonna look perfect and that boot should fill in. I'm just gonna kind of get this out of the way, tighten this down. Hopefully it's got enough room to move around because this is a pretty big shifter. Let's see. So that's pretty snug. I might snug it up a little bit more than that. And that is gonna look so killer as long as it's got enough room to move around. So moment of truth, let me tuck this out of the way. I'm gonna go ahead and start up here. Make sure I don't have any audios playing. Okay, so nothing's playing, so I don't get anything. Alright, let's see here. I've not got it snapped back down yet. Looks like it's got plenty of... Oh, there it goes. Looks like it's got plenty of room. So let's just snap it down for a few seconds. So I can tuck all this out of the way here. Then we can pop it back out because we'll have to reconnect that little thing for the lights here. I may roll the boot down a little bit so it shows a little more of the shifter. But it doesn't feel like it's bumping around on anything. It doesn't feel tight or like it's binding. So I think that'll work. So why did I do this? What was the purpose of doing this? Well, one, I just think it looks cooler. I've always liked the 4Runner shift knob. I thought it looked a lot cooler. Plus, it's the same ones in the Tundra as well. I wasn't crazy about this. Now, I know you could have just went and bought the TRD shift knob for the Tacoma. I wasn't crazy about the design of it. I just thought this one looked cooler, okay? So this is just the all-black version, in case you want for reference. Part number, that is PTR 57-34141-02. So I work at the dealership, I get a little discount, so I got this a little cheaper than I could have gotten it online, which I thought was kind of cool. And, you know, was it a waste of money? Ultimately, yes. But if you do something you think's cool, you know, and you're not like blowing money that you need to spend on something else, you know, as long as you got your priorities straight, you put something you like, I mean, hey, who cares, right? I mean, it's, you know, I'm an adult, I can do what I want, like Ron Swanson, right? So anyway, I may, like I said, I may roll the boot down a little bit. What's cool is it's been zip tied for so long to that little collar, it kind of like has a crease. It's almost like perfectly creased. I don't know if you can see it. It's like it lays perfectly, like in that position. So I mean, that definitely works, you know. And you know, so I'm gonna get you in. I'm gonna take the camera off the tripod. I can't even talk today, guys. This video is gonna stink. Can't even talk today. I'm gonna get the video off. I'm gonna get the camera. I'm going to get the camera off the tripod, and I'm gonna kind of get a couple different angles of this thing, just show it to you. Plus, I'm gonna have to pop this all back out and connect my little plug-in for my lights so these light up. But otherwise, this has been a very easy mod. Okay, now I wouldn't have minded if it had a little more height, you know. I think it still sticks up a little higher than this one. I think this one probably would have sat like right, it's not much difference, I guess. I don't know, hard to tell. I suppose you could put an extension, you know. I wouldn't have minded if it would have sat a little higher, but I am still really happy. Just got a bigger, chunkier feel, you know. I don't drive it like in the sport mode a lot, but I mean, it feels cool for sure. I mean, I think it looks awesome. Looks just like I dreamt it would. So anyway, I'll get you a couple more angles on that and show you, but otherwise that's basically done. But I've got a couple other things I want to show you today. A couple little things I've been working on, what I've been painting to get my fingernails all nasty and gross. So we'll check it out here in a second. Alright, just a little close up here. Pretty cool looking, I think, overall. Okay guys, so the reason I had paint all over my fingers is because I've been working on this little utility trailer. Bought this for $100, okay? And I'll try to edit in some clips I took of it when I first got it. It was pretty nasty. So I started ripping the floor up in this video, and it was all rotten. Had a big patch of OSB board that was full of ants. So that was pretty nasty. I started ripping that up and they started pouring out of there. The fenders were bent up. Had to heat those and bend them back down and then put a smaller wheel. And you can see all the rust on the frame and the tongue up by the coupler. Pretty nasty. But I was painting the wheels today. I got these at Walmart. They're just like a white trailer. It came with like a wheel and tire and everything already together. And it wasn't terribly more expensive than just getting a tire. So I just opted to go ahead and buy the wheel and tire. Painted those today. The trailer was super rusty and I painted it with a bed liner, so you can kind of see like a little bit of a texture here. Put brand new lights and wired those up. I still need to tuck some of the wiring. I need to wrap it with, you know, electrical tape or wire loom or something and kind of tie it up so it don't dangle down so much. Did a new wood floor. This is just rough cut oak, and my friend has a sawmill, so he cut that for me. Fenders are bent up a little bit, you know, but for what it is, even with painting it and all the stuff I did to it, I've got less than what it would cost me to go buy a 5x8 utility trailer. So pretty cool, really happy with it. I think it turned out awesome. I love the black wheel. I think it's pretty cool. But anyway, another thing is a 4Runner. I bought this 4Runner off of one of my friends at church. Bought it pretty cheap. I'm not gonna say for how much, but it's a 97. And one thing I like, if you notice, there's lots of it's still pretty glossy. A lot of times the white Toyota stuff, like the older stuff, they get all chalky, nasty looking. But this is a 1997 SR5 4Runner, and here's what's special about it. As I make my way around to the driver's side, it's kind of a rare animal because it is a 5-speed. Man, check out that old radio. I'm gonna replace that, but I'm gonna do a few mods to this. I'm not gonna sink crazy money in it. I probably will cover the seats. They look a little gross. I've got a set of floor mats already ready to go to put in there that I had laying around. But overall, I'm so excited about this thing. It's gonna be kind of just like a camping vehicle. I'm gonna teach my wife how to drive a stick. She's never done that before. But had a lot of stuff going on. Haven't made a video recently. Took a trip, just all kinds of stuff, you know. But I'm gonna filter some of that in. Took a trip out west with a friend, me and my wife and one of our friends. So I don't know, if you guys want to see any of that or hear about that, let me know and I might edit a video together. I may do it whether you want it or not. But overall, that's what I've got going on. And yeah, been a good Thanksgiving overall. Later.